Hello! Now today's video is all about water. That sounds really boring, but it's not. It's going to be quite interesting. In fact, later on in this video, I'm going to be the opposite of Jesus. Does that make me the devil? And I'm going to turn wine into water. Yeah. Anyway, let me explain. So a few weeks ago, the nice people at ZeroWater sent me this water filter. It's meant to be amazing. Now they would say that because it's their product. And I wanted to see how amazing it was by testing it out for myself and to show you guys. Now, I've got a water filter. I know that makes me sound a bit la-di-da. We live in a really hard water area down the south, and I'm forever having to descale the kettle and the coffee machine if I don't use filtered water. And even then I do have to do it quite a bit. But yeah, it's just the water around here is just as hard as Vinnie Jones and the Mitchell brothers having a fight or something. So yeah, a water filter is quite essential. Now I've got a Brita water filter. It uses the Maxtra Plus filters and I'm quite happy with it. It works, it does the job, and makes water nice and pure. Now this apparently will make water even purer. It removes all dissolved solids from the water. And that's why it's called ZeroWater. And they're so confident with it, they actually supply a water testing device with it. This is so good at filtering liquids. You could pour red wine into this and it will come out clear. All the solids within the red wine will get and come out clear. So when they sent it to me, I did say, I am definitely going to test that. And they were like, sure, have one. So in this video, I thought we'd split it into 3 stages. First of all, I'm going to unbox it and have a quick look at it. And then in the second stage, and we'll use this supplied water testing thing to compare my tap water, water from the Brita filter, and water from this. And then finally, in a grand finale, I'm going to turn some wine into water. Probably not a good idea to do at such an early point in the afternoon, but as they say, well, as alcoholics say, it's always 5 o'clock somewhere. And you know, I might even put this video up at 5 o'clock, so that would fix that problem. Anyway, I guess we should get this out the packet, have a little look at the instructions, and filter some mother flipping water. So, I mean, there's not masses to unbox really because the jug is on display. So you kind of know what you're getting. Oh, there we go. It literally just comes out. It's quite a big boy. It seems bigger than my Brita water filter. It says it's got a capacity of 12 cups. Well, I guess that depends on how big your cups are. But yeah, it's got a 2.8 litre ready to pour capacity, which is brilliant. So here's the water testing pen that it comes with. Now I believe there's a video on YouTube of Philip Schofield testing this for ZeroWater and doing the red wine trick. I did ask them if it would like ruin the filter, and apparently it will shorten the life of the filter, but it won't ruin it. So I am slightly concerned that every cup of water after I've done this experiment will taste of red wine, but I like red wine. Okay, so this little guide basically explains what makes ZeroWater different. It has got a 5-stage filtration system, and it explains basically how long you can expect your filter to last based on the TDS, that's total dissolved solids, of your existing water. So yeah, we'll test how TDS-y our water is, and we'll see how many litres we'll be able to pass through this filter before it's spent. It's not really an instruction manual, it's just like a little bit of a leaflet with a quote from the Daily Mail and the Sun on it. Jesus, makes me look highbrow. Right, okay. Oh, okay, this is interesting. Just ripping it apart. I was slightly confused what this little knob here on the bottom is, but I think you can actually fill it up and put it on the shelf, and this, you press the button and you can actually pour the water out from the fridge without having to lift it out. Now that's really good for disabled people or elderly people. I mean, obviously you've got to fill the thing up to put it in the fridge, but that's quite good if you don't want to lift it out of the fridge every single time. So let's get inside. That's what she said. Okay, so is this like a little holder? Yes, it's a little holder for our pen. Handy. And ooh, haha, so we've got some instructions in here. Okay, so remove lid and water reservoir from the top of the pitcher and remove the filter from packaging. Okay, yeah, that's fine, we can do that. Now that is a huge filter. I mean, I suppose it does have 5 stages of filtration. Take off the blue protective cap if applicable. We have got a blue protective cap. And then twist the filter into the bottom of the reservoir from below and tighten filter to obtain a complete seal with the reservoir. Okay. So we've got to go like this. And then we will form a complete seal. Fill the reservoir by pouring/filling it with cold water. Allow all water to pass through the filter before filling again. Okay, it's that simple. So I think with the Brita filters, you have to sort of perform a little bit of a ceremony before you put those straight into the machine. You have to put them in a jug of water first of all and wait for the bubbles to come out or something like that. That just then goes into that. And yeah, the lid goes on. And we're good to go. So that's basically it. You've got your jug ready to go. So what I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into the kitchen and I'm going to give this a little rinse out of the bottom because, you know, probably shouldn't use something that's just come straight out of a factory for drinking water. And I'm going to fill it up with some water and let it all filter through. And then I will return with my Brita filter and we can do a little bit of testing. So one moment, please. Okay, so we're back. While I was actually waiting for the water to go through the ZeroWater machine, I actually had a little look how much they are because honestly, I didn't really have any idea. Now you can get a smaller 7-cup one, I think it is, on Amazon for around about £25, and they go up in sizes to around about the £50 to £60 mark, which is all right really. And that obviously comes with a filter. Now replacement filters, they're around about, well, you can get a pack of 2 for £29.99, so nearly 15 quid each. I think you can get a bigger pack, which makes the filters slightly cheaper. So the cost per filter is quite high. I think I ordered a pack of 6 filters for the Brita today for £20, I think. There is obviously a bigger cost involved, but if this makes the water so wonderfully clear, then it might well be worth it. So what I've got set up here is the Brita filter from the fridge, and to make this fair, I have put a new filter in it. Hopefully you can see the marker there, but I only put that filter in a couple of days ago, and I think it's had like 1 or 2 run throughs, so you know, it's a new filter. Obviously this is the ZeroWater and this is a brand new filter, so it will be working full. That was full if you missed it. And in the middle here we have got some bog standard tap water. So I think what we'll do is we'll use the little total dissolved solids meter and see what it says about my tap water. So 0 parts per million at the moment. Let's stick it in the tap water. What does it say? Holy moly. So that's 415 parts per minute. Oh, okay. It goes off when you take it out. There you go. I think that's about 415 parts per million. That is That is filthy water. That is quite depressing actually, knowing that there's like so many little bits floating around in there. Okay, so let's pour a bit from the old trusty Brita filter. Let's pour a bit from the ZeroWater. Okay, now before I do the testing, I'm just going to have a try of them individually and see what they taste like. So if I do the parts per million score and know that there's fewer bits in it, to me it might taste different subconsciously. So I'm just going to have a little try of the Zero filtered water first. I mean, it just tastes like water. Yeah, it just tastes like water. It's perfectly nice. Let's try the Brita one. Now the Brita's come out of the fridge, so it's going to be a bit colder. I'm not going to lie, there is a slight taste difference, but not like massively so. I mean, if I hadn't had the two one after the other, I probably wouldn't notice. And let's try this disgusting swamp water that Anglian Water dare to send down the pipes to me. I mean, it doesn't taste terrible, but you know, it's not the best. So let's put my little stick in the water and see what it says. Okay, that's slightly depressing. It was sort of teetering around the 199, 200 mark. I can't see what it says on the screen right there, but I imagine that's what it is, around there. So yeah, that is, in theory, still a bit filthy. So let's give the ZeroWater a try and see if that makes any difference. Okay, wow. I am genuinely blown away. So it's less than 10. I mean, it was sort of bobbing around 1 and 2 when I was looking at it. Jesus. That is insane. It's 0 now. That is mental. I mean, I know the little TDS thing came with the machine. That is genuinely impressive. I'm impressed. I'm not often like sort of left speechless, you know, because the thing is we're bombarded with adverts and claims and things like that. Does it taste wildly different to the Brita filter? No, I don't think it does. I mean, there is a difference. Now, I mean, the thing is, I think because we're over the extreme hard water, that filter's only going to work for around about 30 litres, which isn't great, because you kind of think that's about 3 litres, that device. So if you use a full thing a day, then basically the filter's going to last around about a month. So now begs the question, can this ZeroWater jug turn my very cheap wine into water by removing all the solids? I guess there's only one way to find out. So let's reset things around here and get some red wine. Well, I'm going to pour myself a glass of wine to start with, and I'm going to actually pour about a glass worth into here, because I don't want to filter this entire bottle, largely because I might want to use this going forwards, and you know, I don't want to completely destroy it with red wine. So I'm just going to pour a glass of wine I'd say that's a fair size, especially for the time of day it is. And I can confirm, oh, that's a cheeky boy. I guess the sciencey thing to do would be test the total dissolved solids in this glass of wine. So let's do that. Is it designed for wine? No. Okay, it's actually got a ×10 warning on it. So it's kind of gone off the scale. Should I suck this? Okay, that's fine. I'll give it a proper clean later. So let's get the lid off this and pour the wine into the water filter. Welcome to YouTube. So it'll be interesting to see that we've put this much wine in. How much is actually going to come out? That feels all kinds of wrong and all kinds of weird, but oh my God, it's coming out clear. Can you see that? This is all for real. This is all in time with each other. This isn't some kind of trickery. This is genuinely the wine going in and water coming out. Or is it water? Is it just like clear wine? I honestly don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's almost all filtered down. Let's just give it a tip. Encourage the last few drops down the filter. That is absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. Okay, I can see a bit of the red coming through. I'm not the Messiah or the anti-Messiah. I've not turned water. Yeah, I've not turned wine into water. I mean, let's see what this tastes like. Now, I'm wondering if the liquid that came out immediately was actually water that hadn't made it through. I'm not sure. I mean, it could just be because this is a cheap bottle of wine. No, sorry, not cheap, inexpensive bottle of wine. It hasn't done the magic trick quite as well as claimed, but we were making the filter go off the scale. So we've got to bear that in mind. It was sort of, had more solids than the tap water. So what was it before? It was like over 1,000. Okay, let's put it to this camera. That's easier for me to see. So it has dramatically removed the solids from that wine. So how does filtered wine taste? I'm going to tell you. There's a slight winey edge to it, but that is essentially, it's more water than anything. Have I just made adult Ribena? It certainly feels like it. Where did the wine go? I'm going to have more of this to just test. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit of wininess in there. It's really weird. It's like, I suppose it is like drinking a sort of jug of water that a drop of wine has gone into. You can sort of taste it. There's a hint of it, but also it's not there. I'm very much blown away by this. It's not often that like a product lives up to its marketing claims, and to be fair, It hasn't quite, because it hasn't turned that into a nice clear glass of water. But it's done an incredible job of filtering it. It really has. And also having this little tool with it is quite handy, because you know when the filter's not working properly, because with the Brita filter, that's got like a little indication on the top like I showed you, but that actually works on time. So I think that like times 30 days or something, or it's X amount of time. But it's got no real standing on how much work the filter's done. So even if you don't filter any water in that time, that quality filter goes down. So, you know, it's not entirely accurate. But this tells you, I think it says if it goes like starts going over 6, that you've got to replace the filter. I am honestly shocked at how well that works. The filters are more expensive than Brita and the sort of knockoff versions of the Brita filter, but if you want really, really pure filtered water, then you can't, I don't think it can be beaten. You can't literally get any less than 0 total dissolved solids in the water. That you can't get better than that. So I don't think you can get cheaper, but can you get better? No, you can't. So yeah, that is mental, absolutely mental. I'm shocked, as you can probably tell. So there you go. If you want the best filtered water out of your tap, then I recommend this guy. Yeah, that is it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this slightly more scientific video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll be back soon for some more vlogging fun. See ya!